वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। Devotees, let's all close eyes and try to focus our mind, bring our attention here. Meditate on this form of the Supreme Lord. Try to visualize in your mind, feel His divine presence as we begin tonight's devotion. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnana Janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Kasturi tilakam lalat patale Vakshasthale kaustubham Nasagre varamautikam Karatale Venuh kare kankanam Sarvange harichandanam Sulalitam Kanthe Chamuktavali Gopastri pariveshtito Vijayate Gopala Chudamani Namah Kamalana Bhaya Namah Kamalamaline Namah Kamalpadaya Namaste Kamalekshana Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vaivedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tagvang Devam Atma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadde. बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, दिव्यात्माओं, महानुभाव, dearest devotees of the Supreme Lord, the divine souls. First let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone. And my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Also to our viewers who will see us live on social media, Facebook, YouTube, and of course Bhakti TV. Let me also say to all of you, Radhe Radhe, and my naman, my humblest prostrations to each and every one of you. Tonight, we are at the Arouca Hindu temple, I think it's also called Ramdeo Dharma Shala in Arouca, Trinidad. As we about to go into divine satsang, first I would like you to join me in devotion, singing. If there's a book, it will be given out. We may not have one for everyone, but we can share. When you get the book, please turn to page 36. This bhajan says, I'll just go through briefly what the bhajan is saying, so we benefit maximum. Gahore man sham charan sharanai. A devotee, an aspiring soul, who wants to get closer to Bhagwan, is saying to the mind, O mind, take shelter, surrender yourself to the lotus feet of Bhagwan Krishna. Sham charan sharanai. Ant samay ko kaam na hai mat pita sut bhai. All these relations we make in the world, they're all transient, non-lasting, and they're only relations of the body. They cannot offer any help to us after we leave the world. At the last, when we leave the world, we have to go alone. Aaye bhi akela, jaye bhi akela. We come alone in this world and we go alone. The only thing that's going to go with us is whatever devotion we have performed and the actions, good and bad. And no one can help us after we leave here. They can give no support to us. Kaam, krodh, adulobh, moh, mad, in saw kachuna basai. Being under the control of Maya, there's something called Maya, a divine power of God. And Maya has many deputies, assistants. Maya is a general of the army. She is the mother. And she has many children. She has many deputies, many soldiers. Greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, loss. These are her army. As long as you're under Maya, all of them surround us every moment. The mind is given no peace because of all these assistants of Maya. You sit in quietly, suddenly someone does something, you get angry. A desire comes in the mind, lust comes in the mind, greed, jealousy, and everyone under Maya suffers from all the diseases of the mind. Kag Basundaji says in the Ramayana, Garuji asked about diseases of the mind in the Sapta Prashna. 7 questions, famous katha. One of the questions was about diseases of the mind, Manasa Roga. Kag Basundaji says to him, Manasa Roga kachukamaye gaye, hai sabake lakhi biralan hi paye. There are many diseases of the mind. He mentioned a few of them. Kam, Krodha, Lobh, Irsha, greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust, selfishness. Many diseases of the mind, Manasarog. And Hai Sapake, everyone has all the diseases of the mind. But Lakhi Biralan Hi Paye, it is extremely difficult for the worldly soul to see the diseases of our own mind. We can see everybody else's, but to see our own fault is very difficult. The reason is ego, abhiman. It prevents us from seeing how bad we are, the condition of our mind. And so we think everything is good. We think this abhiman, I am better than everyone. So all of these diseases are there. And it will give us no peace until we take shelter in the lotus feet of Bhagwan, because only then we become free from Maya. When Maya goes, all of them will go. All her whole army will go. यह जग मृग तृष्णा समदीखत सुख लवलेश न पाई. This world is been compared to a mirage. Mrga Trishna means a mirage. A deer goes in the desert, and in the flying sand of the desert, in the midday sun, a mirage is formed. It looks like there's water. And the deer goes looking for water, but there's no water, and eventually dies. This world is like that same Mrga Trishna. The world is not a mirage. What we are looking for in the world, we are looking for happiness. The deer is looking for water. In the desert, we are looking for happiness, sukh. But there's none, not even the tiniest drop. Sukha lavalesha na pai. We have not been able to find the tiniest drop from uncountable lifetimes, because there's none. That happiness we'll find only in Bhagwan, only in Shri Krishna, because Shri Krishna is happiness. Dhana yavan tan chana bhangur sab, jau kapur urijai. These things make us proud in the world. We get attached, we get proud. Dhan, wealth. Yauvan, youth. Tan, strong body. They are not lasting. Today you can be very strong, and next day you get a sickness, COVID, something, and all the strength gone. Somebody is very beautiful, and you got older, wrinkles will start coming. It will go away. You have a lot of money in the bank, and suddenly the stock market falls. Everything is wiped out. It happens. Billionaires became zero, nothing. So these things in the world, it's like the example given like camphor, kapoor. If you leave a piece of camphor open, it will slowly vanish away. All these things will go away. Don't be proud of all these things. Bahur kripalu nanaratanupai bigari lehu banai. The saint Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu says in the last line of this beautiful bhajan, what to say more, this human body we have, which is extremely valuable, even devatas, celestial gods, are begging and praying for it. We don't get it again and again. When we lose it, we lose a golden opportunity. It takes billions and billions of lifetime to get birth in the human form. We keep rotating in 8.4 million forms of life because of our action, because we never did bhakti. So don't lose this golden opportunity. While you have it, try to make the best of it and do that which we have been given this human birth for. Do bhakti, try to attain God. We become free from Maya forever. We sing this beautiful bhajan. Sham charan sharanai gahore man sham. Double up. Oh sham charan sharanai Re man sham. Page 36. Page 36. Oh sham charan sharanai gahore अंत समय को काम न आई है अंत समय को मात पिता सुत भाई कहो रे मन। ओ श्याम चरण शरनाई कहो रे मन। काम क्रोध अरुलोभ मोह मद इन सौ कछु न बसाई कहो रे मन। ओ श्याम चरण शरनाई कहो रे मन। यह जग मृग तृष्णा सम दीखत हो सुख लावलेश न पाई कहो रे मन। सुख लावलेश न पाई कहो रे मन। ओ श्याम चरण शरनाई कहो रे मन। धन यौवन तन छन भंगुर सब जो कपूर उड़ी जाई कहो रे मन। जो कपूर उड़ी जाई कहो रे मन। ओ श्याम श्याम चरण शरनाई कहो रे मन। श्याम चरण शरनाई कहो रे मन। बहुरी कृपालु ननर तनु पाइय बिगरी लेहूं बनाई कहो रे मन। बिगरी लेहूं बनाई शरनाई कहो रे मन श्याम
चरण शरनाई कहो रे मन।
बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Pay attention, try to be attentive now. Try to listen carefully, be attentive. I just spoke about something called Maya. We're all searching for something called Sukh, happiness. Being a fraction of happiness. It's our nature to look for and want happiness everywhere, every moment. We, Jivatma, individual soul, we're not the body. This body belongs to us. It's a material thing. We are the soul, Atma, Jivatma. As long as the soul is in this body, everything seems to be conscious. We can see, we can hear, we can smell, we can taste, we can fight, we can quarrel. So much things we can do. But when the soul leaves, everything is there. Eyes, mouth, nose, everything. Can we see? Can we hear? Can we smell? No. The meaning of the word Jeev, Jeev means that which is self-conscious, and whatever it goes into, it makes that conscious also. So we are the soul, Jivatma, and the soul is a fraction, a part of God. Bhagwan Krishna says in Gita, Mamaivansho jivaloke jiva bhutah sanatana. Chapter 15, verse 7, Gita. Shri Krishna says the Jivatma, the individual soul, are eternal, sanatan, eternal parts, fraction of Him. And who is Shri Krishna? What is God? The Vedas tell us, Raso vai sahara sagvam hevayam labdhva nandi bhavati. Taittiriya Upanishad, chapter 2, verse 7. The Vedas say, another name for God is Sukh, happiness. Ras means bliss, happiness. Whether we say happiness or we say God, Shri Krishna, these are two names for one and the same entity. God is happiness and happiness is God. And it's a natural law that every part, every fraction has a natural love for the whole and wants to become one with it. All rivers naturally flow to the ocean, being a fraction of the ocean. All flames of fire, if you look at the flame of a fire, it naturally goes upwards because it's a fraction of the sun. In the same way, we the Jivatma, individual soul, being eternal fractions of Shri Krishna, God, naturally love and want only God. And because God is happiness, that's why we all want only happiness. But the Jivatma, the individual soul, is beginningless. Uncountable lifetimes we have descended, we have come in this world, we have gotten human birth. Na jayate mriyate va kadachinayam bhutva bhavitava na bhuyah ajo nityah shashvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Chapter 2, verse 20, Gita. Shri Krishna says, Jivatma, the individual soul, who we are, never takes birth, nor does it die, nor having come into existence does it cease to be, because it is unborn, eternal, and most ancient. It is not destroyed, even when the body is destroyed. Beginningless. Akar chari lakh chaurasi yoni brahmat yah jeeva avinasi. Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying to the residents of Ayodhya, the Jivatma, the individual soul, is indestructible, eternal, beginningless. Never had a beginning, will never have an end. But it keeps rotating in 8.4 million forms of life, yoni, because of his action, because of his ignorance. From beginningless time, we have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten that I am the soul Atma. Identifying with the physical body, we became attached to the material world. And that's why we keep rotating. And what has made us forgotten who we are? Maya. Maya took hold of us. We turned our backs away from God. Maya took hold of us. We forgot who we are. So the aim, how are we going to attain that happiness we're looking for? Only by knowing God. Only by becoming free from Maya. The Vedas tell us, Tameva viditvati mityumeti nanya pantha vidyate yanai. Shweta Shvutaro Upanishad chapter 3 verse 8. This Ved mantra says, only by knowing God can the Jivatma, the individual soul, become free from Maya. There is no other way. What is Maya? A lot of people, when asked the question, what is Maya? They say Maya is an illusion, an imagination of the mind. It doesn't exist. Mithya. Especially those who have read a little bit of Advait philosophy, non-dualism, those who follow Jagat Guru Shankaracharya. They say Maya is an imagination of the mind. What do the Vedas tell us? The highest authority in Sanatana Dharma are the Vedas. The highest authority anywhere. Why? Because Vedas are the words of God Himself. This Ved doesn't mean book. The Vedas have always existed. They were not delivered by a special messenger or angel, as were the scriptures of our religion. They are the very breath of the eternal. Niyasvasitamasya Vedaha. God took a breath and Vedas came out. Vedas doesn't mean book. Vedas have always existed. 5,000, little more than 5,000 years ago, dissension of Bhagwan, Veda Vyas, knowing that the age of Kali Yuga was coming, and that everything in Kali Yuga is very bad. Our memory is very weak. We live very short life. Everything is bad. So he put the Vedas in book form. But Vedas have always existed. So Ved is telling us that we have to know God. So what does Ved say about Maya? Let's see what the Vedas say about Maya. These Advait philosophers, Shankaracharya, they quote Ved. They say Ved says, Vedas say that Maya is an imagination. In other words, whatever you see in the world is all our imagination. I'm imagining you, you're imagining me. Right now you are imagining. This is not the reality. This is the philosophy of the Gyanis, the non-dualists. So is this true? Let's see what the Vedas say. The Vedas say, Mayam prapakitim vidyan mainam tu Maheshwaram tasyaveva bhutaistu vyaptam sarvamidam jagat. Shweta Shvutaro Upanishad chapter 4 verse 10. The Vedas are saying Maya is a power of God. And since God is real, Maya is real. Mainam tu Maheshwaranand. It is God's power. Parasya Shakti Vividhaiva Shruyate Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriyacha Shveta Shotaro Upanishad chapter 6 verse 8. Gyagyav Dvavaja Vishanisha Vaja Yeka Bhokti Bhogyata Yukta Anantas Chatma Vishwarupo Yakarta Tayam Yada Vindate Brahma Me Tat Shveta Shotaro Upanishad chapter 1 verse 9. Thousands of Vedas. Everywhere the Vedas are saying, Maya is a power of God. It's not an imagination of the mind. Shri Krishna also says in Gita, Daivi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metantarantite. Chapter 7 verse 14 Gita. Shri Krishna says, Daivi Hesha. Maya is not an imagination of the mind, it's a divine power. Daivi Shakti. And he says, Mama Maya, Meri Maya. It's a power that belongs to Shri Krishna. He says, it's my power. And no one can become free from Maya by their own effort because it's Bhagavan's power. Tulsidas he also says in the Ramayana. Doha. You all play some dantal and all these things. Vashish. Sodasi Raghubir ki samujhe mithya sopi ho Rama samujhe mithya sopi chhute na Ram कृपा बिनु नाथ कहूँ पदरूपी ओ राम नाथ कहूँ पदरूपी सियावर रामचंद्र कर जय शरणम शंकर हरिओम जय जय सिया राम. So Dasi Raghuvir ki. Tulsidas says, Maya is a Dasi, maid servant of Bhagwan. In other words, it is the power of Bhagwan. It is not false, mithya nahi. It is not an imagination of the mind. Bhagwan, in Gita, he emphasizes that Maya is a power that belongs to him. Bhumira punalovayu khammano buddhirevacha ahankarai tiya me bhinna prakritirishthada apariyamitastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho yayeram dharyate jagat. Chapter 7 verse 4 and 5 Gita. Shri Krishna says Maya is a power that belongs to him. It's not an imagination. It is Maya that creates the world. This Maya is not an ordinary entity. That just by saying it doesn't exist is going to go away. Once Naraji, that great Rishi Muni Narad, he said to Shri Krishna, Hey Shri Krishna, please show me your Maya. Maya dekhna chahta hu. I want to see Maya. Bhagwan didn't say anything. Shri Krishna didn't say anything. After a few days, he said to Narad, Bhagwan, Shri Krishna said, Narad ji, chalo hum today ghumne jayenge. Today ghumenge. Let's go for a walk. Come with me. We're going for a walk. So Narad ji agreed and he went with Bhagwan for a walk. After walking through some very desolate place, no house, no animals, nothing. Very desolate. Suddenly Bhagwan sat down and said, Narad ji, I'm very thirsty, boy. Bahut pyas lag rahi. Jao kuch pani lai. Le aao kuch pani. Go and please get me some water, Naraji. I'm so thirsty. So Naraji agreed and went in search of water. After walking for a while, he came to a village. He went to the first house and knocked on the door. It was opened by a most beautiful woman. Most beautiful. Upon seeing this very beautiful lady, Naraji started speaking to her. The whole day passed. Next day also. He forgot all about Shri Krishna, his master, and that he was maybe dying of thirst. So, this woman captivated him so much. He just kept talking to her. Eventually he asked the girl father to get, that he wanted to marry this girl. He asked for her hand in marriage. The father agreed. Naraji got married to the girl. They lived together, had children. After a while, the girl father died. And Naraji inherited all the land, cattle, everything. He lived what seemed to be a very happy life. With the land, the cattle, wealth, his wife, children. He seemed to be very happy. One day, a flood, huge flood, came to that village. Houses and trees were being swept away, animals, everything. People. Naraji had to escape that flood. With one hand, he held on two of his children. Another hand, he held on to his wife. A third child, he placed on his shoulder. In this way, Naraji attempted to cross that great flood. After walking a few steps, the child from the shoulder fell into the water and was swept away by the raging current. Naraji uttered a cry of despair and rushed forth to save the child. But in so doing, he lost the grip on the other two, and they too were swept away by the raging current. Finally, his wife, whom he held on to with all his might, she was also pulled away by the raging current and swept away. Finally, Naraji himself was swept onto the bank of the river. Wailing and weeping in bitter lamentation, he was crying for his wife, for his children, bawling out, crying loudly. From behind him, a soft, sweet voice came. Narad, beta, hey Narad, my son, where is the water? I have been waiting for you for a whole hour, Narad. Narad thought, 1 hour? 12 years had passed. Naraji no longer needed any explanation of Maya. This Maya, great Rishi Muni trembled with fear in front of this Maya. This Maya is one of the main powers of Bhagavan and is eternal and beginningless, just like Bhagavan. The Vedas say, Ajam ekam lohit shukla krishnam bahava praja srujamanam swarupa ajo ko jushamanunu jahatenam bhukta bhoga majonya. Shvetashvatara Upanishad chapter 4 verse 5. The word Aja means unborn, eternal, beginningless. God is called Aj, unborn, eternal, beginningless. Jivatma, the individual soul who we are, is also called Aj, unborn, eternal, beginningless. Maya is called Aja. She's female. Unborn, eternal, beginningless. All three. This world is made of three things. Bhagavan, Brahm, Jeev, the individual soul, and Maya. Brahm, Jeev, Maya. all unborn, eternal, beginningless. Yat tunati yasya yasmai yadyadata jada Syadam Bhagavan Sakshat Pradhan Purusheshwara, the governor of Maya. The Bhagavad Mahapurana is saying the governor of Maya is Bhagavan, and that same Maya creates this huge universe. How big is this universe? We live in a small little universe called the Milky Way. The galaxy we live in, the Brahman, the Milky Way. There are thousands and thousands of suns in this little galaxy we live in. Scientists are accepting that now. They're able to see some from far, a little light, but they accept it. There are thousands of suns. And every sun has a planet Earth. It has the planets surrounding, just like this one we are living in. And there are uncountable galaxies in the universe. There are uncountable planet Earths. And there are human beings, not alien, green people, horse. No, just like us. Uncountable planet, uncountable human beings, uncountable souls reside in uncountable planets. There's no end. And that huge universe with uncountable solar systems is created by Maya. But Maya is told to be Jar. Jar means this book, this is Jar. Doesn't have any life, is not conscious. Maya is in the same way Maya is told to be Jar, inert, non-conscious. So how can Maya create anything? In the Ramayana, once in Chitrakoot, Bhagwan Shri Ram was sitting with Lakshman. And Lakshman saw a good opportunity to question the Lord. And he said to Bhagwan, to Shri Ram, "Hey Shri Ram, Bade Bhaiya, please tell me what is Maya." Bhagwan answered Lakshman and said, "तेहि कर भेद सुनाहु तुम दो, विद्या अपर अविद्या दो, जय राम श्री Take this and put it in tablet also, this one. Quick. Tehi kar bhed sunahu tum do, vidya apar avidya do. Bhagwan says to Lakshman, first understand there are two kinds of Maya. Bring both of them. Bring this one also too. Come, take this and put it. Don't listen to Bobby. Take this and put it also. Just listen to what I'm saying. Yeah. There are two kinds of Maya. There are two kinds of Maya. One is called Vidya Maya one is called Avidya Maya. What is this Vidya Maya and Avidya Maya? If we just take a dictionary and translate, the word Vidya means knowledge and Avidya means ignorance. So we will say there's a knowledgeable Maya and an ignorant Maya. No. Remember that Ved mantra I told you? Ajam ekam lohit shukla krishnam bahavi prajaha sujamana swarupaha Shvetashvatara Upanishad chapter 4 verse 5. This Ved mantra says Maya has three colors. Teen rang, three colors. White colored Maya, red colored Maya, black colored Maya. White represents Sattva Guni Maya. Red represents Rajo Guni Maya. Black represents Tamo Guni Maya. Maya has three qualities. Tribhir Gunamaya Bhavai Rebhi Sarvamidam Jagat Mohitam Nabhijanati Mamebhya Paramavyayam. Chapter 7 verse 13, 1-3, Gita. Shri Krishna also says, the entire world, everyone is governed by the three modes of Maya. Therefore, being deluded by the three modes of Maya, we cannot know Bhagavan, who is beyond Maya. So Maya has three qualities: Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. So Rajogun plus Tamogun, these two combined, that is Avidya Maya. And Sattvagun alone by itself is Vidya Maya. It's also called, Vidya Maya is also called Guna Varika Maya. Avidya Maya is also called Swarupa Varika Maya. Many names in the Vedas scriptures. What does these two Maya do? Bhagwan Shri Ram says to Lakshman, Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Ram,
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Ram,
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, एक रचन गुण बस जाके प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बलता। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम। बोलो राम
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
ओ एक दुष्ट अतिशय दुख रूपा जा बस जीव परो भव कूपा। बोलो राम
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
एक रचई जग गुण बस जाके प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बल ताके। Bhagwan Shri Ram. This part of the Ramayana is also called Ram Gita. There's a couple of Ram Gita in Ramayana. Why? Because Lakshman is asking question and Bhagwan, God himself, is given the answer. So here Bhagwan says one Maya, Vidya Maya. Remember I told you Vidya Maya, Sattva Gun, creates the world. This huge universe, uncountable solar system is created by Vidya Maya. But not by itself. The answer is given here. Maya, as I told you, is Jad, inert, non-conscious. So Maya cannot do anything by itself. So how does Maya create the world? नहीं निज बल एक रचई जग गुण बस जाके, प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बल ताके. Not by itself. Through the inspiration of Bhagwan, Maya creates the world. Look, for example, I just told you this book is inner, non-conscious. The book cannot get up. I'm feeling so hot. Someone is saying, oh, I need to fan myself. Will the book get up and start fanning you? No, you take the book with the hand and you start fanning. So the book by itself cannot do anything. The hand gives the power to hold the book, and then the hand, now the book can fan. If the hand minuses the power, the book again becomes inert, non-conscious. In the same way, Bhagavan, God empowers Maya, and Maya creates the world through the inspiration. Bhagavan plus Maya. Anara Maya, Anavidya Maya. एक दुष्ट अतिशय दुख रूपा, जा बस जीव परो भव कूपा. Avidya Maya governs the individual soul, we people, has made us forgotten who we are. Ja bas jeev paro bhava koopa. Has made us forgotten who we are and caused us to fall in this bhava koop. This world is called Bhava Sagar, Bhava Koop, many names. Bhava Varidhi, ocean of suffering, pain. Or Ati Ek Dushta Atisaya Dukha Rupa is a form of extreme suffering. You might say, I'm comfortable, I don't have any suffering. I live in a very nice house, I have air condition. If it's too cold, I have heat. I'm not suffering. Really? Remember I told you, the individual soul rotates in 8.4 million forms of life. When it's too cold, can the lion and the cheetah and the animal in the forest, can they put on a heater? When it gets extremely hot, can they put on an AC? And also we may be living in the best home with all the luxuries, but there's no peace, no happiness. Greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust, everything in the mind. There's a constant turmoil inside. A huge war, Mahabharata going on inside. We have no peace, no true happiness. So Ati said, Dukkha Rupa. All because Avidya Maya. Now, how to become free from Maya? The Jnani says, just think Maya doesn't exist. That Maya is an illusion, it doesn't exist. Can Maya just go just like that? Bhagwan Krishna says in Gita, I told you that verse 7, chapter 7 verse 14, that Maya is a power that belongs to him. It's a divine power. So no one, no Rishi, Muni, Yogi, Jnani can become free from Maya by their own effort, their own strength. How to become free? Mame vaye prapadyante Maya me tantarantite. Shri Krishna says the word ev means only. Only the person who completely surrenders to Shri Krishna can become free from Maya. In other words, because Maya is the power that belongs to Bhagavan, only when Bhagavan says to Maya, okay, hey Maya, leave that one now, they are mine, then Maya will go. Then Maya will go. And who surrenders? Only Bhakt, devotee. Jnani doesn't surrender, Karmi doesn't surrender, Yogi doesn't surrender. Only Bhakt, Only true bhakti. Thousands of places. In the Ramayana it says, राम कृपा नासई सब रोगा, जो ये ही भांति बने संयोगा। जय राम श्री भेद यद्यपि कृत माया बोलो बिनु हरि जाय न कोटि उपाया बोलो जय राम श्री राम Nasahi sabaroga. Only when Bhagwan will shower his grace. I told you all these diseases of the mind, the mother is Maya. Only when Bhagwan will shower his grace, Maya will go away, and then all disease will go. All the greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust, selfishness, everything will go. Mudha bhed yadyapi krita maya. Binu hari jaya na koti upaya. You can try uncountable tricks and tactics, anything you want. Maya is not going to let go without God's grace. We're not going to become free from Maya by just saying it doesn't exist. Maya is mithya, is an illusion, an illusion. But as I said, the non-dualists, the Gyanis, they don't accept such a thing as Maya. They say we don't accept Tulsidas' philosophy. Tulsidas is saying Maya is a dasi, a maid servant. We don't accept Tulsidas. If you start talking Jagat Guru Shankaracharya philosophy, then we'll accept. Jagat Guru Shankaracharya, he also says Maya is an imagination of the mind. Jagat Mithya, that the world is an imagination of the mind. It doesn't exist. We are imagining everything. In fact, he says, he compares Maya to a piece of rope that is mistaken for a snake in the dark. Somebody is walking in the dark. There's a piece of rope coiled up. Stop, snake! And that's how we imagine. First we have to ask Shankaracharya, where did you get the rope from? Is the rope real? Shankaracharya says, as I told you, there are three things, according to Vedas, there are three things that make up the world. Brahm, Jeev, Maya. God, the Jivatma, individual soul, and Maya. Three things. Jagat Guru Shankaracharya accepts only one thing. Brahm, God. Because as far as he is concerned, Maya doesn't exist. And the Jivatma is Bhagavan, Aham Brahmasmi, I am God. The Jnani said that, Aham Brahmasmi, Shivoham, Shivoham, I am God, I am God. Really? You're Bhagavan, you're God. Jai Ho. will make the impossible possible if you are Bhagwan. Bhagwan makes the impossible possible. Kartum akartum manyatha kartum samarthaha. The Vedas say God, He can do the impossible. He can make the impossible possible. Anyhow, Jagat Guru Shankaracharya says that we have become confused. Just like somebody is walking in the dark and he mistakes seashell, oyster shell to be silver, and the deer mistakes the flying sand in the mid the sun of the desert to be water, that mirage. In the same way we have become confused and we have created this illusion of Maya, this world. This is our imagination. So Shankaracharya came long before. After him came the great saint Tulsidas came a long time afterwards. And Tulsidas heard this philosophy that Jagat Guru Shankaracharya is saying the world is an imagination of the mind, is false. So Tulsidas Maharaj says, what's wrong with this? Anyhow, I'm not going to argue with Shankaracharya, he's a saint, but I have something to say. Listen to what Tulsidas says. Doha. रजत सीप महुभास जिमि जथा भानु करबारी हो रामा जथा भानु करबारी जद प्रिमिषाति हु काल सोई भ्रमन सकई कोटारी हो रामा भ्रमन सकई कोटारी सियावर रामचंद्र पर जय शरणम शंकर हरिओ जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम। रजत सीप महुभास जिमि जथा भानु करवारी जद प्रिमिसाति हु काल सोई भ्रमन सकई कोटारी। Tulsidas Maharaj says, in time, the illusion of an oyster shell, she shall be in silver, and the flying sand in the midst sun of a desert will disappear. You will recognize, oh, this is not silver, this is just a shell, seashell, oyster shell. Oh, this is not, there's no water, it's just a mirage. But no one, not even Jagat Guru Shankaracharya, if you are saying Maya is an illusion, delusion, Brahm, then even Jagat Guru Shankaracharya cannot destroy that illusion by his own effort. So how to destroy, if it is not, but if it is, how to destroy that illusion? Listen to what he says. जासु कृपा अस भ्रम मिट जाई गिरि जासोई कृपालु रघुराई बोलो राम 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 राजा राम 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 ओ बोलो राम राम Raja Ram Ram Okay, Shankaracharya, I'm not going to argue with you. Tulsidas Maharaj says, if you say it's a Brahm, a delusion, okay. But even that delusion cannot be removed without Rama Kripa, without God's grace. To know God, to be free from Maya, only when Bhagavan will shower His grace, His Kripa. No Rishi, no Muni, no Yogi, no Jnani. Look, in ancient times, Jnanis were able to destroy avidya maya, not in Kali Yuga, in Satyug, Treta Yuga, and even to an extent in Dwapar Yuga, but not in Kali Yuga. Because these things doesn't work in Kali Yuga. Tulsidas says in the Ramayana, कलियुग जोग न जग ज्ञाना, एक आधार राम गुण गाना। बोलो जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय एही कलिकाल न साधन दूजा, योग न जप ताप व्रत मख पूजा। बोलो जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय Kali-yuga yoga na jagya jnana. Kagbasundji is saying to Guruji in the Kali-yuga Mahima of the Ramayana, through the grace of Bhagwan Shri Ram, Kagbasundji had seen uncountable Kali-yuga, uncountable. And he says to Guruji, these things you can't do in Kali-yuga, impossible. Yoga. Yoga doesn't mean what we call yoga. What we call yoga is exercise. It's good. Exercise is good to keep healthy. But that's only one limb of yoga. Yoga has 8 limbs. Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. This is yoga. The very first thing, Yam, Niyam. Asan. Then Asan. What we call yoga today, the correct name is Yogasana. Before Yogasana, Yam Niyam. Yam Niyam, very long explanation. The gist of complete control over the mind. Complete control over the mind, then do asana. Who can control the mind, bhaiya? Arjuna is saying, I can't. Chanchalami manah Krishna pramati balavadyanam tasyaham nikaham manye vayuriva sudushkaram. Chapter 6 verse 34 Gita. How to control this mind, he says to Sri Krishna. It is so strong, turbulent and unyielding. It's more difficult to control the mind than it is to control the wind. So yoga can't do, not in Kali Yuga. Jnana. Kshurasya dhara nishita duratyaya. The path of jnana is so difficult. It's like walking on the sharp edge of a sword. Kathopanishad, Veda saying, everywhere. Yajna can't do all these things. Not in Kali Yuga. What to do? Ek adhar Ram Gunagana. Chant the name of the Lord. Do bhakti. That's all. Do bhakti. Chant the name of the Lord with love. Prem se. This is the only thing we can do. Jnana. So as I said, in different ages, Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapar, Jnanis were able to destroy avidya maya through their own effort. After thousands and thousands of lifetimes, not one lifetime, they were able to destroy. They realized I am the soul, the Atma. is called self-realization. But you have only destroyed one Maya, avidya Maya. That Jnani goes in samadhi. As long as he remains in samadhi, he is safe. But the moment he opens his eyes, Vidya Maya will take hold of him and he falls. One of the greatest examples in the scripture, Jar Bharat. Jar Bharat in the Bhagavad, the beautiful katha in the 5th canto. Bharat ji had attained self-realization. Paramhans. He became attached to a deer. That's the Vidya Maya. And he had to become a deer in the next life. The Jnani falls again and again. Until he does bhakti. Shri Krishna makes it clear in the Gita. Brahma bhutah prasannatmanasho chati nakangshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate param. Chapter 18 verse 54, Gita. Shri Krishna says the Brahma bhut means Paramhans, self-realized soul, is subject to downfall again and again. Until and unless he does something. He does what? Mad bhaktim, he does bhakti for God. He follows the path of love in God, bhakti. Shri Krishna makes it clear. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatato gyata vishate tadanantaram. Chapter 18 verse 55, Gita. Without bhakti, the path of love in God, devotion, no one can attain Brahma Gyan, knowledge of God. Only then you will cross Vidya Maya. To cross Vidya Maya, we need God's grace. Ram Kripa, Krishna Kripa, Bhagwan. No one can do it by them. Not whether it's Satyug or any Yuga. They can cross Avidya Maya. Many Jnanis have in ancient times. But they fall again and again. Again and again. So the only thing we have to do. So Maya is not an ordinary thing. Don't say Maya is an illusion. This Maya, don't play with Maya. No one can challenge Maya. Great Rishi Muni has fallen to Maya. Maya is, because Maya is Bhagwan's power. Unki Shakti. Bhagwan, and so only when Bhagwan showers his grace. And how he is going to shower his grace? Turasyeva sharana amahasya. Turasyeva sharana amahasya. Rigved, God is saying in the Rigved, this is his words I told you. Only the one who surrenders to me. Sharan means to take shelter, to surrender. Only the one who surrenders to me, takes shelter in me, can become, will I shower my grace, then he'll become free from Maya. Without God's grace, impossible. Thousands of places. Time won't allow me to go in detail. We'll do one more bhajan and then we will complete. Want to do a bhajan with you? Page 7. Page 7. राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद
गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे।
ऐसी कृपा करू कृपामयी राधे, तो ही भूलू नहीं पल छिन आधे।
ऐसी कृपा करो कृपामयी राधे, तो ही भूलो नहीं पल छिन आधे।
तू तो ब्रज रस अम्बुधि राधे, एक बूंद पिला दे मोहि राधे। ओ राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे
गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे।
मेरा सब तेरा मैं भी तेरा राधे, पुनी तू ही बता राधे तो ही कादे।
तेरा सब तेरा मैं भी तेरा राधे, पूरी तू ही बता राधे तू ही कादे।
तू तो मेरी थी है रहेगी भी राधे, तेरे सिवा मेरा कोई नहीं राधे।
तू तो मेरे रहेगी भी राधे, तेरे सिवा मेरा कोई नहीं राधे।
ओ राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे,
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे।
तेरा पाछा नहीं छोरू अब राधे, अपनाए या ना अपनाए राधे।
तेरा पाछा नहीं छोरू अब राधे, अपनाए या ना अपनाए राधे।
दर्शन दे या ना दे राधे, उर दर्शन व्याकुलता दे।
दर्शन या ना दे राधे, और दर्शन व्याकुलता दे।
ओ राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे,
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे।
पति तन गति तू ही राधे, तो ही तजी कित जाऊं बता दे।
पति तन गति तुझे ही राधे, तो ही तुझे जाऊं बता दे।
मो कृपालु पर कृपा करु राधे, तब जानू तू कृपालु साची राधे।
कृपालु पर कृपा कर राधे, तब जानू तू कृपालु साची राधे।
ओ राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे
गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे।
ओ राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे,
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे,
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
everyone sing loudly clap and sing राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे राधे
गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
ओ राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
ओ राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
वो राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय. So Maya, the cause of all our problems in this world, is Maya, the root cause. Because of this Maya, we have forgotten who we are, that we are the soul, Atma, Jivatma, an eternal part, fraction of God. And because God is happiness, we want only happiness. But because we have forgotten who we are, identifying with the physical body from beginningless time, we have been searching for happiness where it cannot be found, in the material world. Instead of getting happiness, pain and suffering, dukh. And only by knowing God, attaining God. And the only way we have to surrender, we have to do bhakti. The one place in the Ramayana, Bhagwan Shri Ram says to the residents of Ayodhya, recently we did Ram Gita. जो परलोक यहाँ सुख चाहूं, सुनी मम बचन हृदय दृढ़ गाऊं, सरल सुखद यह मार्ग भाई, भक्ति मोरी पुराण श्रुति गाई. As I said, we only want happiness. Every action being an eternal part, fraction of happiness of God. Another name for Sri Krishna is Anand. Anando Brahmeti Vijanat. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 3 verse 6. Another name for Sri Krishna, for God, is Anand, bliss, happiness. And we, the individual soul, being eternal part, fraction of that Sri Krishna happiness, we all want only happiness. So here Shri Ram is saying, Jao paralok yaha sukha chahu. If you want to get happiness here, yaha, here. And after we leave here also, paralok. To suni mama bachana hriday didagahu. Listen to my words very deeply in your heart. Very strongly, with great faith. Sarala sukhada yahamarag bhai. The path to finding happiness here in this world and after we leave is very easy. Saral. Very easy. And sukhad. It gives happiness in every step. What is the path? Bhakti mori purana shruti gai. The path of bhakti, loving. The path, bhakti means to love, pray. The path of love in God with all the Vedas, Shruti, all the Vedas, all the Puranas, all the scriptures glorify, all the saints and sages glorify the path of bhakti. Only by attaining God will attain happiness. And how we will attain Him? Thousands of places written. Bhagwan, the Tulsidas says very beautifully in the Ramayana. मिलहि न रघुपति बिनु अनुरागा किए जोग जप ज्ञान विरागा जय राम श्री राम Ragupati Binu Anuraga. The word Anurag means love. Love. Without love, without bhakti, prem, no one can find God. No one can attain God. You can do yoga, kiya yoga, japa jnana, viraga. You can do jap, you can do yoga, jnana, viraga, detachment, whatever you want. Yag. Nothing. Only bhakti. Do it, no problem. But add bhakti. Bhakti, love, pray. And why is it so easy? Because we already know how to love. It's nothing something new we have to learn or somebody have to give to us. We already know how to love. Bhagwan has given it to us already. That ability to love. We love mommy, we love papa, we love husband, we love wife, we love child, we love friend. Some people love parrot, some love dog. They motor car, bang bars. Love a lot of things. All we have to do is take that same love and transfer it to Shri Krishna, to Bhagavan. That is bhakti. Just changing the area, that's all. Not so easy. Our attachment and our touch and our ignorance, because identifying with the physical body, we become so attached. The attachment, the problem is attachment. It'll take time. We have to practice sadhana. We have to do bhakti. And this is why every so often, through the grace of Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu, the fifth original Jagat Guru, through his grace and through his teachings, we often hold spiritual retreats. And we look for opportunity. People in the world, when there's a holiday or something, if there's a holiday, a long weekend, it could be the holiest of holiday. It doesn't matter. What do we do with it, the holiday? Go to the beach, drink some alcohol, party, dance. How many people think about praying to God, increasing our devotion? Because of our attachment to the material world of senses, it's very hard to think like that. We think, oh, a holiday, I'm supposed to enjoy myself. The senses. We enjoy, but in a different way. So we hold what is called a sadhana shivir, spiritual retreat. We have in one this weekend, starting tomorrow, for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, weekend, this holiday. And this will be held at a private residence, which is kind of resort in Las Tumas number 3. It's kind of remote. We'll hear more detail from it. Someone will tell us later if you're interested. But this is where we will learn how to do bhakti, how to do sadhana. There's one bhakti we have to do and one we will get. Bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya vibhratyutpulakantanum. 11th canto, 3rd chapter, 31st verse. Prabhupada Maharaj, one of the 9 Yogishwars, says to Videhanini, we have to do bhakti in order to get bhakti. So there's a bhakti we have to practice. It's called sadhana bhakti. To make the heart, the mind pure, to make the vessel. we have to make a vessel first. God wants pure heart, pure mind. So we do sadhana. And then when the heart becomes pure, when we make that vessel, the heart, the mind becomes pure, then the Guru, the true Guru, the saint, he will give us that divine bhakti, siddha bhakti. And we will attain everything, divine bliss, divine knowledge, divine vision, everything forever. So one bhakti we have to do, one we're going to get through the grace of a rasik, a true rasik, one who's attained that divine bhakti himself. So during this retreat, we'll be practicing sadhana bhakti, we'll be teaching how to do it, practically showing it, how to do sadhana, and teaching how to do it. If you're interested, it's an open invitation. If you're interested, you can see devotees, and they will tell you, they'll give you details as to how you can attend, how you can come, and how you can benefit. So, this is enough for today. There's much more, but we'll hear another time. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai. Radha Rani ki jai. Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.